Hi everyone, and welcome to the Clair Stamps YouTube channel. Today I am going to give you a peek at the brand new release from Clair Stamps. Clair Stamps makes clear photopolymer stamps. These are high quality stamps. They are made in the United States. And for this release there are going to be 9 new stamp sets. 8 of them are your normal 4x6. One is oversized at 6x8. There's a closer look at that 6x8 stamp set. I'll go over all these stamp sets more in depth in just a moment. Clair Stamps has 2 line of stamps. We're going to go ahead and start off with their Color by Faith series. There are 3 new stamps in this collection, and these are faith-based stamps that can not only be used for your card making and paper crafting projects, but also great for Bible journaling. We're going to start off with Hope. Now the name of each Clair stamp set is also printed on the backing sheet, so you can always find the stamp set you're using, the name of it, on that backing sheet. This has some great images in it, and it was made for breast cancer awareness. However, it's got this great large ribbon in it that is open, so it can be colored any color, and the sentiments will pair and go with anyone who is going through a hard time. You can color in that ribbon the color you want it and send this to someone who has been diagnosed or has a family member who has been diagnosed, and just let them know that you're thinking of them. You have some great buildable sentiments, and you also have some great verses in this stamp set as well, which I love. So you can stamp your sentiment on the outside, stamp a verse on the inside, and you're good to go. Martha made a gorgeous card with this stamp set where she used the word hope with some dies, and then again used that very large ribbon. Now the next stamp set in the Color by Faith collection is Gather Together. Again, you're going to find that name printed right on the backing sheet, which is really helpful, especially if you do lists of supplies or if you just want to remember what stamp set you have in your hand at any given time. Now in this stamp set you have some really great large verses and sayings, and you also have a very large church image that you can color in. Again, I use these not only for Bible journaling, but I use these on my cards. So if you make cards for your churches or things like that, these are great stamp sets to add to your collection. Each one of these little sentiments and verses is also in different fonts and writings. You've got some hand lettering, you've got some type in there, so really any style this is going to fit with. Here's a closer look at a few cards made with that stamp set. Like I said, not only do these work great in Bible journaling, but they are awesome on cards as well, as you can see. Now this next stamp set is Shadow of the Almighty. This set has some really fabulous images in it. It's got a nice big sun that you can color in, also a lawn chair and an umbrella that can go over that lawn chair, which is just awesome, and all those can be colored in. Then you've got some really great buildable words in there. So you have He is my, and then you can add protection, shelter, refuge. You've got some great words, rest and relax, be still. Then you've got that great big long verse or saying in there, which is great to go on the outside or inside of your card as well, or in your Bible journaling, because really that's what these stamps are made for. This is a gorgeous Bible journaling page made with this stamp set. You can see the lawn chair, some umbrellas off to the side, just beautiful. Now let's move on to the everyday collection. These stamp sets are exactly what they sound like, more of your everyday stamp sets. And the first one is Fall, Family, and Football. This is a 4x6 stamp set, and it has a ton of images on there that are all football related. So you've got the helmet, you've got the trophy, the flag, the little goalpost, the football, but you also have that great little drawing, I guess is the play is what it is. That would look great on like a homemade chalkboard type card. Then you have some really great sentiments and words. Some of these do fit inside the flag as well. So there is that little extra bonus. And then also some of those words fit inside the little banner down there on the bottom, which is great because then you can just stamp that little banner with your sentiment in there and you're ready to go with your sentiment. Now there are some great sentiments on this as well. You've got happy birthday, you've got fall means football, touchdown, go team, have a ball, tons and tons of different words, buildable sentiments that you can throw in and really make some fun cards with this. Now here is a really fun card, gorgeous card that was made with this stamp set. Again, you've got that football, you've got the helmet, and some of those words stamped inside the flag, really fun. Now the next stamp set is the Mermaid at Heart. This is so pretty. This stamp set is 4x6. It has this really large mermaid tail in it, which is just stunning. And then you have some really great sentiments with it. Now, in this, you have the You're Fantastic, Shell Yeah, which I love. I love that little pun. Make Waves, Mermaid at Heart, and Hello Beautiful. Now, some of these also have little images on the side. You can mask those off, just use the sentiments, or you can mask them off and just use the images to create fun backgrounds. You also have a little seaweed there at the top, which would be great to add around the little mermaid tail. Make some really fun backgrounds with that. A lot you can do with this stamp set. Here's a gorgeous card that was made with this stamp set. You've got that great background, the scaly background that pairs perfectly with that mermaid tail. Now, the next stamp set is Your Gem. I think this is one of my favorites. This also has another stamp that pairs really well with it in this release, which I'll show you next. But let's start with this one. So this has some great gems, crystals, geodes that are just really large images. So you have a nice group of them down there on the bottom. You've got a group of 3 on the top. Then you've got some individual ones thrown in there. You also have the little shine marks that you can add around them to make it appear as if they're shining. You've got a cluster, and then you've got each individual one as well if you want to build up your own little cluster of them. Some great sentiments that pair really well with this. You're a real gem. You are a rare find. You rock. And then of course, which goes with of course I love you. Of course I didn't forget about you, which is so fun. I love the puns. And each one of these stamps is open, so you can go ahead and color these in, and tons of different ways you can color them in. Here's a beautiful card made with this stamp set that is just gorgeous, and you've got that You're a Real Gem stamp for the sentiment. Now, this next crystal background stamp pairs really well with the stamp set that I just showed you. This is a background stamp. It's more of a frame, I would say, but it is a 4x6. You have all these different crystals grouped together to create this fabulous frame. Now, like I said, this is a 4x6 stamp set. The actual stamp itself measures about 5.5 to 5 3/4 inches by about 4 inches across in certain areas. So you do have a rather large frame here to work with. Then you've got that great opening in the center, which you can pair with that You're a Gem stamp set and add some of those sentiments in. And all of those sentiments fit right into that frame. You can add a few different crystals. You can also use those little clusters of triangles and dots to create those shine effects on this frame as well, which is just fabulous. I love that these two pair together. Here's a set of cards that I made. Each one is using that frame die, and I also paired it with the You're a Gem stamp set. Now the next stamp set is the Wish Big stamp set. This is another 4x6 stamp set. This has some great, beautiful, gorgeous, hand-drawn looking images in it. You have a group of flowers down there on the bottom, which is rather large. Then you have 2 different little flowers up at the top along with a butterfly that is individual. You can either make a background with that, add it to the little cluster of flowers down to the bottom. Tons of stuff you can do with this stamp set. Then you have some really fabulous sentiments in this. It's the little things in life, live in the moment, oh happy day, wish big, life is beautiful, sealed with a wish. This calls for a celebration. A good life is a collection of happy moments, just really, really fun sentiments to pair with some beautiful images. Here's a closer look at a card made with this stamp set. This is really going to be a fun one to color. Now the last stamp set that is going to be released with this new release is called Fall Greetings. This is the oversized stamp set. So it's 6 inches across by 8 inches tall. So very big. Very big stamp sets mean very big images, which are fabulous. I love that they fill up cards. Here you can see it compared to your regular 4x6 stamp set, so you get an idea of how much of a bigger size stamp set and also images you're going to be dealing with. I love big stamp sets like this. I love the larger images in it, and I feel like you get a lot more. Now in this stamp set, you've got some great little clusters of leaves that can go on the top and bottom or left and right. So two different groups. You also have some really great individual images. So some leaves, some branches, little berries that you can use to fill in or create your own wreath or background with that. Now, these sentiments on this are gorgeous. You have some that are more of a typed font, and then you have some that are more hand-drawn or lettering. So you've got "You're my favorite," "Missing you," "Sending love," "With love," "Give thanks," "Thanks," "Grateful for you," "Please join us," and "Congratulations." All of those you can use in between those two little clusters to create a very simple card. Here is this fabulous card created by Martha. I love the coloring on this. She used those clusters of leaves on all four sides of her card. Really, really fun and gorgeous. If you want to shop this new release, be sure to head down to the description box below where you're going to find a link to the Joy Clair Stamp shop where you'll find all these new stamp sets. Thanks for watching.